watching on the talkSPORT Edge app this morning, you'd just be able to see Carlton Cole doing a little Madonna impression with Vogue, strike a pose. There's a reason we're playing this morning, guys. Page 7 of today's Sun. The headline is Back of the Net, Dom. And there is a head-to-toe picture of Dominic Calvert-Lewin in basically the same outfit I'm in this morning.
It's not far off. It's a jumpsuit.
I did see it. It looks like a jumpsuit. It's a denim. It's either a denim jumpsuit or a denim two-piece. And can I say he's rocking it better than I ever could.
That bag, though, was that a Chanel bag?
I love that bag, yeah. It's like
you love that bag.
I do, yeah.
That's saying something, isn't it?
It's a turquoise Chanel bag. I have read a lot about Dominic Calvert-Lewin and what he says about basically wearing clothes that divide opinion is what I like doing. That's a quote from him himself. More power to him. Do exactly what you want. The story below it is on the subject of footy fashion. They've basically done a big piece on this. 1 million Gucci Jack, City star set to be brand ambassador. Obviously, this guy is an absolute superstar. We did the story yesterday. It was a Dave Ornstein exclusive when he broke it yesterday about Jack becoming a new ambassador of Gucci, and it kind of crossing the boundaries really of what is high fashion in Gucci, big fashion houses, and footballers, because we don't usually see that kind of crossover. We see sports stars doing a lot of ambassador roles for sports brands and things like that, but this is fashion. So a couple of questions really when we were looking at this story this morning in the office about whether or not people would have a problem with this. We look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin and I say, yeah, absolutely, do what you want, be a fashion icon, cross the boundaries. I think that's all great. There are some people that it will agitate because of the position that Everton are in at the moment. So my question to you guys is, when you were players, if you were going through a bit of a sticky patch, did you feel like you could be seen out in public, enjoying yourselves, doing fashion shoots or that sort of thing? How do you, I mean, you're both looking at me as if to say...
For Calvert-Lewin, I get it, I'm with you. I think each to their own. If that's what he wants to do, and that's what he chooses to do, and that's how he wants to live his life, that is completely up to him in any kind of scenario. But obviously the stick will come as what's going on now at Everton Football Club, which is he's not playing very well. He's just come back from injury. The ball's not going in the back of the net. Everton are at the bottom of the table. So that I could understand how that would rub up fans the wrong way. But then kind of the flip argument is, what do you expect him to do? He can't, if that's in his nature and that's what he chooses to do, then we can't criticise him for it. But
I've got a problem with his PR team. Yeah. So his PR team, you can do that. You can do what you want away from football. Like, obviously sometimes that's your pastime, that's what your interests are. Some players love playing computer all the time and they smash that out. Like, and he loves getting into fashion and he loves it. So I look at it, so it's not a problem, but you've got to time it and bring and let those like pictures come out in a certain fashion and a certain time. Right now he can't be seen to be doing this. Like, they're not in a good position in the league. Let's talk about football first, and then the nice stuff, like the niceties that you love getting into. You can go and do that, but right now it's about getting Everton staying in the league and grafting, not striking a pose, as they say, like Madonna.
Are you saying read the room?
Read the room. There's a time and a place for it. Like, right now is not the time for that. We definitely want to see people crossing boundaries like how he is and standing for something. We don't mind that, but as it stands right now, they're not in Everton are not in a good position, and it's the club first for me. The club has to be first.
Could it be a case, Darren, of he might have done these photos a while ago and the publication has just waited to release them when they see fit, and they don't really have an interest in the football side of things?
Exactly. I mean, we don't know his situation. Is there a contract involved? Is it legally binding? Of course, but the timing is what's hurting everyone, and it's almost like some of these companies do it deliberately, don't they? They wait for something to happen. Okay, let's just drop it in there.
Yeah, but it's not in the right interest of the player. The player's got loads of pressure on him for no reason now. He could have been timed better.
Which I fully understand, but for Calvert-Lewin, it just doesn't look... I mean, listen, as I said, it's up to him. If he wants to choose that's how he wants to dress, because he doesn't have to wear a boring old tracksuit. That's not in his nature. He ain't got to do that. But you're right. The stick will come from Everton fans and football fans is that football, you're obviously he's an employee of Everton Football Club. He's staff there. His job is to perform on the pitch, score goals, and guide Everton away from the relegation zone. If he was scoring goals and the team was playing well, this wouldn't even be a question.
Not a problem.
It wouldn't be a question. But because of where they are right now, people are going to be like, I'm holding a second here. And it's a little bit, I know it's different kind of settings, but you look at the Marcus Rashford, for instance. Marcus Rashford did absolutely incredible work for what he did for this country with the kids. But I always knew, and I saw it started off maybe one comment out of 50 where someone would go, okay, but when's he going to start getting it right on the pitch? Then it went to 10. Now all of a sudden, that's all people. It's like some people forgot about the great work that he's done, and all that matters now is when's he going to start performing on the pitch?
So who's right and wrong on this? Is it the person like Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Marcus Rashford for daring to have a life away from football and have other interests and exploring them and promoting them? Or is it the football fan that is paying his hard money, not seeing his team perform and doesn't